Okay, what's up y'all? It is the Teeyaskipper here, and I have a very necessary video. Now, I see people talking about all the time the one who got away and stuff like that, and how men change for the right one. All kind of foolery. So I wanted to do a video as the one who's gotten away from a couple men. So I don't know if any men are gonna watch it. Watch it at your own risk. Hold your ego by its hand, because it might hurt to hear it, but you need to hear it. The reverse of this could apply to women who, he was a good man and you let him get away, and I'm speaking on behalf of him, and you can learn something from this, okay? So let's go on and get straight into this, okay? I only have 7 points. Okay. Number one. I'm gonna be reading too. Number one. You were never the 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 one. And if that's true for me, it's true for you too. When people say things like the one that got away, I really wish that they would articulate that, because there's no way I can be the one for you, but you're not the one for me, right? This is how stalkers get created. This is how people end up living these delusional lives and unable to let things go. And I'm really doing this video too to help people let stuff go. I know some people who you've done wrong want you to stay in that lamenting of what you did wrong. They want you to forever miss them. They want you to forever feel like you'll never do better. But the truth is, you will move on. You need to move on, because they're the quality person. There was something that you could have experienced that you really wanted to experience. You had an opportunity to be with somebody who loved you, who cared about you, who sacrificed for you, who took care of you like no one else did, right? And you fumbled that. So what that means is you are not compatible to her. But that also means she's not compatible to you. You feel what I'm saying? You may need to go play around with somebody who's still playing games. That's compatible for you. But see, it's so funny. People never want themselves. They always want something better. So when people say, I don't know why, it seems like it's only ugly people who like me. It's only ugly people who want to talk to me, because everybody wants better. That's why. So number one, you weren't the one, Bookie. I know it's like, oh man, that was the one that got away. That was a quality thing that got away. But you weren't the one for that. You didn't have what you needed. You didn't do what you needed to do to be the one. Therefore, you did not qualify. Okay? Hope that helps. Number two. Ooh, you took my love and my forgiveness as weakness and not a choice. I hate to say it, but this is where a lot of men mess up. You think that, oh, I got her wrapped around my finger because she's forgiven me 7,223 times. She loved my dirty drawers. I'm doing the bare minimum, and she's still here. She's still impressed. She's still grateful for the least of it. You think that that's due to how amazing you are. It's not, Bookie. It's not, Boo. It's based on her choosing to see something that's not there. And the moment she realizes that it's not real, the moment she realizes you're not that person, the moment she realizes potential is a dream and you are a nightmare, she's going to be gone. And the reason why you stuck in this, man, I know I messed it up with so-and-so. You messed it up because you thought you were going to take advantage. And let me say this too. I don't know what it is. I know I gotta say this disclaimer. Not all men. I hope that helps. Even though people still gonna comment whatever. But I know not all men like this, but some men, most men, I'm gonna say most men, the very thing that they take advantage of in women are godlike qualities. And it's very sad that it is my divinity. It is what makes me most like God that you take advantage of and that you see as weakness. And this is why some men be looking so retarded and lost when the same person who told them, I can't do this no more, I can't do this anymore, or steady asking them to change certain things and they never changed it, decides to get a divorce. Now you know, I don't know where this is coming from. How don't you know where this is coming from? She been talking to you about the same thing forever. It's because you expected the forgiveness to continue. You expected the tolerance to continue. You expected the unconditional conditions to continue. And that's not how that works. Grace is a real thing, but grace does not abound forever and for everything. But you don't expect that. You expect her to be able to take and tolerate everything, for you to come apologize, say I love you, probably lay a little pipe, and she should be okay. That's not how that works, boo. And maybe that works with a woman or a young lady who doesn't know who she is yet, who doesn't know this isn't going to end well yet. This probably is still working on someone who's still got to do a little bit more living, whose self-esteem may still be in the mud, and so she still thinks this is the best she can do. But once she finds out the truth, okay, you're going to find out that what she did for you was a choice. It wasn't because was good, because it wasn't that good. Come on, tell the truth. Wasn't that good. You're going to find out that what she did for you, she chose to do. It wasn't because she was under a spell. It wasn't because you were so amazing. No, it was because of her love, her ability to love, all that she had to give, and she wanted to give it to somebody, and she wanted that person to be you, and you took advantage of her godlike abilities. And what are those godlike things? Forgiveness, love, loving without needing something back. Most men don't know what that's like because they only deal in exchange. Oh, what can I get? Or I'm dating you, I'm doing this for you so that I can get something, so I can get something. Not all men. Some men do know how to love. Some men don't want anything from you. But again, we're speaking to the majority rule. Most men don't. They come to take. They come to steal. I hate that this description sounds like the devil, but it's true. Like, they don't come to give and to provide. They come to see what they can get. But once she finds that out, you're gonna find out she was choosing you. She wasn't under a spell, boo. Next, sorry, number 3. Number 3, you have not changed. So this is what's funny to me, because you're talking about how this is the one that got away, yet you still have not changed. You still haven't changed. And you know how I know you haven't changed? Because it's hard to change. Even for people who want to. It's hard to change. It's hard to change. And so if it's hard to change, even for those who are pursuing the change, even for those who actually want to, I for sure know you have not. I know you have an ability to change your form and your language and your approach to make it seem safe to enter back into relationship with you. And then when the girl becomes, or the woman becomes comfortable again, or I guess her hyper awareness gets lulled to sleep by your promises to change, then you go back to doing what you've been doing. You have not changed. And so you wouldn't even have to worry about the one who got away had you done what you're supposed to do in the first place. And typically, the one who got away gave you time and space to change. You lost her because you didn't change. But it also is why, it's what lets you know you weren't qualified for that person. Because the amount of change you needed to do and the amount of change you need to make, you won't even be able to do it in that relationship. You need to actually be by yourself. Hello. That's the change you actually need to make. You actually need to be alone. So you haven't changed. And that is the issue. So she'll be the one who got away. Another one will be the one who got away. Another one will be the one who got away. There's many of us to the same man. It's not just one. It's not just one. And maybe to some men there's one. But there's many. And it's because you refuse to change. Ooh, this is a good one. This is my next point. Blowing up my phone does nothing for a made up mind. Come on, somebody. I have to say this. I have been in situations, child, where I couldn't even use my phone because the person would not stop calling. And they were blocked. I had never, at that point in my life, I had never experienced somebody going around the block just to tear my line down. That man called me so many times, the vibration, because my phone was on vibrate. He called me so many times, the vibration of the phone killed my battery. Repeated voicemails. The first one said this was gonna be the last one. You know, you ain't worry about hearing from me again. I don't know why there were numerous voicemails after that. Voice note, and now it's a different person. Voice notes, long paragraph, book messages, calling from different numbers, text now numbers, all kind of stuff. Listen to me. Listen to me. That is craziness. Because had you put an inch of that effort into actually doing what you're supposed to be doing, we wouldn't even be here right now. It's foolery. And see, what you think is gonna work, it ain't gonna work. You're still used to, that's how I should have added this. This is how I know you're used to being with a certain type of, I hate using just the word female, but I have to in this sense. That's how I know you're used to dating or you're used to dealing with a certain type of female. Because the games you're playing indicate to me you got away with this somewhere and you're expecting to get away with that here. I don't do well with effort behind a closed door. I can't see it. You trying to bust into a place that you've already been put out of does not read to me that you love me and this is worth pursuing or re-engaging. It reads to me that you don't respect boundaries. You are falling out because you don't have control anymore, and you're throwing a temper tantrum because your ego seems or feels bruised. That's the message it sends to me. It doesn't woo me. It doesn't make me feel like, oh my God, this is what I need to go back to. Oh my God, he really does care. Oh my God, he really has changed. Now the younger me who didn't know any better, who didn't know that this is what grown boys do, who didn't know that this is a sign, this is just even more a further sign of toxicity, would have taken that as, oh, he really does love me. He really does. He got it. He's listening to what I've said. Because typically that's what the guys will say. I was thinking about what you said and you were right. Nigga, you knew I was right the first time. Sorry. Let me calm down. But you knew what it was the first time. I was speaking English the first time. You understood me the first time, but you wanted to see how much you could get away with. And that sucks for you. That really does suck for you. So understand this. Blowing up my phone, tearing down my line, and I'm speaking for men who've been in this situation, men who've been the one who's gotten away, women who's been the one that's gotten away. When you're dealing with somebody who's done, blowing up their phone, their social media, popping up, it does nothing for a made up mind. And I don't think a lot of men are used to women's no meaning no. One, because some of y'all don't care and you're used to violating those boundaries, but also you may have dealt with women who said no, and then you did all these manipulative tactics and you went back into love bombing and making her think you changed and things gonna be different, and then she decides to give you another chance. So because you've been given another chance in the past, instead of taking that as grace and mercy, instead of taking it as mercy, you took it as weakness. You took it as another chance to be the devil you have been. And that's unfortunate, because now you still think that grace is there and it's not. You still think that soft spot is there and it's not. And oh, don't find out that she done moved on. Oh, you butthurt. You butthurt now. You lurking on pages on social media. You trying to pop up on me if you want to. It's gonna be some pops going on. Pop up on me if you want to. I'm the right, wrong, run. Don't play with me. I had to put that in there. I'm sorry. Because again, people be stalking. So just in case they watching this video, you can pop up if you want to. It'll be the last thing you do. Kiss your mama before you leave. But yeah, stop blowing up people's phone. They're the one who got away. That's the pill you got to swallow. You gotta take that L, which is my next point. Let this be a lesson of the pain that happens when you encounter a queen, a real king, a person of quality. And there's someone you're not ready for. Now, this isn't based on that whole high value talk of how much a person makes and all that. That don't make somebody high value. Cause that ain't, if you think about it, that's not the reason why you know you let a good thing go. It's because probably for the first time, you was with somebody who made you feel like you mattered. Somebody who you knew was better than you. And when I say better than you, I mean that. Yeah. In a better place than you, smarter than you, had they stuff together more than you did, was in a better position in life than you, stronger in their word than you, deeper in their spiritual practice than you. You knew it. And instead of approaching this in a humble way, like, I know I shouldn't be here. I know it's somebody better qualified than me. I know it's a better, I gotta say, I know it's a better bitch out here than me. I know it is. I know it's another man who could treat her better, who looks better, who's taller. You short guys got some nerve treating people better. It's tall men out here treating women well. You better humble yourself. You already short. Sorry. Let me see what. But instead of doing that, you took it for granted. Let that be a lesson to you on what happens when you are put in a position to have something quality and you do not immediately step up to the plate. Everything ain't gonna wait on you. Everything ain't gonna let you drag it to death. Everything not. Particularly people who do not have time for that foolishness. They're not gonna let you drag them, because you know why? They're doing something with their life and their time, and they're not gonna waste it on you. They're also doing something with their mind, and they're not gonna let you play with it. Hello, I'm running a business here, right? I'm pursuing my purpose. I'm feeding the hungry. I'm working in the community. I'm building legacy. I'm breaking generational curses. You think I'm finna play with you playing games on my phone? Somebody popped the balloon. Somebody tell me this is a joke. Somebody let them know what's up. Not here. See, you're still used to dealing with people who don't have a plan, who don't know where they're going, who not working on nothing, who's not pursuing anything, who don't feel a greater call. You used to working on people who just waiting on your call or your text message. Oh, baby. When you get with somebody who has a plan for their life separate from relationships, their life is not built on relationships. It's built on purpose. You better get it together quick, fast, in a hurry. So let this be an example to you that people who are, and when you see them, you're like, I know this is a quality person. Just already assume what they don't have time for. And let me add this tip in here too. On behalf of women, this is what I've noticed in men. Y'all love to take risks. The sad part is, that's why when you hear the one who got away, you automatically know it's a man talking about that. You don't hear women talking about that. Not saying that women have not been in this position, because they have. And I've heard some stories about it. But widely known, you know who we're talking about. You automatically know it's a man who let a woman get away. You automatically know that. You automatically know he thought the grass was greener somewhere else. He was trying to see how much he can get away with, and he pushed the line too far. Why are you taking risk on something or someone that could change your life? That could change the love in your life. That could change your capacity. That could change your quality of life. I wouldn't risk that. And if you don't have the good sense to know that shouldn't be risked, you don't have sense at all. And I don't want you around me. Because if you don't have the gaze or the wisdom to perceive a good thing, then you would be a detriment to my life, period. I'm not the only good thing going on here. What happens if I got a good idea or a good business venture, or I'm meeting new people, wanting to work with new people? You don't have the common sense, the sensory, the discernment to tell the time and place to do things, what's appropriate to say or do or not say or do. Anytime you see me talking to a man, now you up in your feelings and you insecure, that's your work, that's not mine. And so no one of quality is going to entertain that buffoonery. They don't have time. They don't have time. And even if they did have a clear schedule that day, they're not going to waste their free time on that foolishness. Hello, stop playing with me. This is my last point, y'all. I gotta get up out of here. The last point is, oh, I think that was my last point. I guess I'll just give you one that's not written. The last thing I would say to you is, this is from the kindness of my heart. Even though I could get on here and be like, you ain't gonna never meet another like me, and you're not. That's true. I mean, we can say it because it's true. But it does not mean that you still won't end up finding the perfect or a good person for you. Now, I know some people in their ego, they'll tell you like, oh, you ain't gonna never find nobody like me. You ain't gonna never be happy. You ain't gonna never. No, I ain't gonna say that. Because it's not true. You can change. You can grow. You can meet anyone. Like, you genuinely could. And you can learn from the foolery and the risk and the bad behavior you had of your past. And when you meet that new person, they'll get to experience the learned you, the process you, the growth you. You don't have to keep looking back. Okay? You don't have to keep texting my phone, or their phone. You can move on. It's not, your life isn't over. That's not the best. That's not the end of your love life. It's just the end of the possibility with that person. But can you still be happy again? Absolutely. Can you still meet somebody who loves you, cares for you, gives you unconditional love? Absolutely. Can you still meet a quality person? Absolutely. Just remember all the stuff you did before that didn't work. Just don't try it again. Don't try it again. Understand though, with that person who got away, they got away. That door is closed. Leave it alone. Let it go. LIG it. And work on being better so that this does not happen again. Okay? So yeah, I'm signing out, y'all. I just wanted to speak. Oh, I just wanted to speak as the one who's gotten away, because the truth is, it's many women who've gotten away from women. It's not just one woman a lot of times. For some men it may be. But a lot of times it's many women. Well, women have many men who are in regret. That's on you, Bookie. You got to know what to bet. You got to know what to risk. And the fact that you didn't know what to risk is the thing alone that let me know, that was the identifier, that this is not it. But just keep in mind, you're not the one for me. But if that's also true for me, it's true for you too, okay? Y'all be blessed. Stay safe.